So, hello students, welcome back to today's Headlines That Matter. And today we shall be discussing very important articles from The Hindu. So, here we shall be discussing these articles in brief. And if you want detailed discussion of all these 8 topics, you can check our daily newspaper analysis where I take at 2 p.m. live class for all the detailed topics. So, before any just a second. Oh, sorry, I think connection got interrupted. Okay, so before any delay, without any delay, let's start our discussion. The first topic is related to the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. So recently, the Supreme Court of India has asked government to amend this act, and Supreme Court said that government must remove the timeline for the termination of pregnancy or abortion. Second article is related to revenue deficit. So recently, Minister of Finance has told the states that all the states who are having very high revenue deficit, they might face the revenue crisis, financial crisis in future. Third article is related to sacred groves. So here the government of Kerala has taken the important step for the conservation of sacred groves in the region. Next article is related to parliamentary committees. So recently, chairperson of various parliamentary committees are being appointed. Next article is related to the death of a tigress and 4 cubs in Kanha National Park in Kanha Tiger Reserve, and the main cause was canine distemper virus. So here we shall be discussing it in brief. Next, we have topic of green methanol. So, an invasive alien species is now being used for the production of green methanol in India. Next article we have about food security. So, according to a recent report of World Bank, there is a misalignment between the production of food and the hydrological realities in all over the countries across the world. And next article we have about the fiber optic drones. So a militant group in Lebanon is using these fiber optic drones for the attacks in Israel. So for science and tech topic, this concept of fiber optic drones is very important. Okay, so about the first topic, the first topic is about lifting abortion time limit for minor rape survivors. The Supreme Court has told the central government. So see, first of all, let's have a basic idea about Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act 2021. So this act specifies a particular timeline that after this period, termination of pregnancy or abortion cannot be done. So this act says that after 24 weeks, you cannot terminate the pregnancy, and even if you want after 24 weeks, then there must be the consultation with the medical board. Now the Supreme Court has said that for normal conditions it is okay, but if the cases involve the cases of minor rape survivors, then you must do away with this timeline, because if you force a rape survivor to continue with the pregnancy, then it will deepen the trauma only. It's not good for that survivor, and if it is that particular person is traumatized, then it is the violation of dignity, that is, it is against right to life under Article 21. So these were the basic things. Now, under the article, an important concept was of the curative petition, because recently government has applied for the curative petition against the order of Supreme Court, because in that order, Supreme Court has already allowed to terminate a 30-week pregnancy, which was not allowed under the law. So you must have a basic idea about what is curative petition. So see what happens, no? Whenever a judgment is given by the Supreme Court, so if you don't like that decision, you can file a review petition, and even after that, if you don't like the judgment, you can file a curative petition. So curative petition is the final recourse, and it depends on the court whether to entertain that petition or not. After that, we have a basic difference between the MTP Act of 1971 as well as 21. So here basic difference is between two things. First thing is that earlier act applied only to the married women, but now new act is applicable for the unmarried women as well. And if we talk about the gestational age limit, so earlier only till 20 weeks you could terminate the pregnancy, but in 2021 Act, pregnancy can be terminated till 24 weeks or after 24 weeks under special circumstances. Now, Next important article we have is about the revenue deficit. So recently Financial Ministry has said to the states that if your revenue deficit is very high, then you can face a huge financial crisis. And what are the reason for that? So for that we must have a basic idea about the revenue deficit. So revenue deficit happens when revenue expenditure is very large as compared to revenue receipt. So if we talk about the revenue receipt means when the income is coming in the current situation. Current means when the income is recurring, that is within 6 months or within 1 year or 2 years. So it is different from the capital receipt, that is it is happening within 20 years, 40 years, during a long period of time. So if we talk about the revenue receipt, then in revenue receipt no asset creation will happen, because it is different from capital receipt. Because in capital receipt, when in capital receipt means the money is coming to you. That means, just a second. Okay, I think I missed this thing. Okay. Okay, so we were discussing about the revenue receipt. So in revenue receipt, if we compare it with the capital receipt, so in revenue receipt there will not be loss of any asset or no liability will be created. But asset loss or creation of liability, both things will happen in the capital receipt. So under revenue receipt we have the we have the tax receipts also, we have non-tax receipts also. And on the contrary, if we talk about the expenditure, so what all things will come under the expenditure? So here interest payments, pensions, salaries, grants, these all will be the part of revenue expenditure. So here all the states who have very high revenue deficit, that means they have very high revenue expenditure. Okay, so now why the Financial Ministry is saying this, that if you have revenue deficit, then you might be having financial crisis? Reason for this is because if you have very high revenue deficit, then for all the borrowings, if you borrow from somewhere, you will use those borrowing just for the interest payments. But you could have used that borrowing to invest in the economy or for the creation of asset. So that's why the Financial Ministry is warning the states that if you have huge revenue deficit, then it might be not good for your financial health. Okay. Next article is related to sacred groves. So here Kerala has started an important program to restore the sacred groves. So first of all, you must have a basic idea about sacred groves. So what are these groves? These are the small forest patches which are preserved by the local communities. Why they are preserved? Because of the cultural or religious beliefs. Now, according to Wildlife Protection Act, state government is empowered that state government can declare any particular area as the reserved area. So state government can say that this area will be protected by a particular community living there. After that, you must have a basic idea about the name of sacred groves in various regions of India. For example, these groves are called Kavu in Kerala, they are called Kovil Kadu in Karnataka. For example, they are called Deobhumi in Himachal Pradesh, they are called Devrai in Maharashtra. So all these local names are very important for the exam. Next article is related to parliamentary standing committee. So recently chairperson of various standing committees were appointed. So quickly, let's discuss basics about the parliamentary committees. So parliamentary committees basically are of two types. So first will be standing committee, second will be ad hoc committee. Standing committee are the permanent committees which are created on the permanent basis. So here we have three committees. First is Public Account Committee, second is Estimates Committee, and third is Public Undertaking Committee. So Public Account Committee focuses on the post expenditure analysis. Estimates Committee focuses on the upcoming expenditure, and Public Undertaking Committee focuses on the public sector undertakings. On the other hand, second type of standing committees will be the departmentally related standing committees. So here one important committee has been focused on the article, that is Committee on the Welfare of Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes. If we talk about the number of members, so Public Account Committee have 22 members, Estimates Committee have 30 members, and Public Undertaking Committee have 22 members. If we talk about the term of members, so term is 1 year. Important thing is these members can be reappointed. So here the article says that KC Venugopal to return as the chairperson of the House panel. Return means he was reappointed to the Public Accounts Committee. And yes, I think we discussed all these things. So quickly, let's discuss the names, because for other government exams, names are very important. So KC Venugopal is reappointed as the chairperson for Public Accounts Committee. Second, about the Vijayawada Panda, he was appointed for the Public Undertaking Committee. Sanjay Jaiswal was appointed for the Committee on Estimates, and Faggan Singh Kolaste was appointed for the Committee on Welfare and Scheduled Caste. Next important article is about the death of tigress and 4 cubs in Kanha Tiger Reserve. So here they died because of canine distemper virus. So you must have a basic idea about this virus, that this is RNA type of virus and it is airborne. That is, it can be transmitted through sneezing, coughing or bodily fluids. A very important thing here is there is no cure for this disease, only vaccinations are available. And if we talk about the Kanha Tiger Reserve, then location is very important. So this tiger reserve is located in Madhya Pradesh in the Maikal ranges of Satpura Mountains. Next important article is about the green methanol plant. So here invasive alien species is used for the production of green methanol. And what is that invasive alien species? That is Prosopis juliflora. So it will be used in the production of green methanol, and this species is found widespread in the Banni grasslands, which is located in the Kutch region of Gujarat. And how this production of green methanol will happen? So first of all, this biomass will be converted through the gasification. The gasification will happen of this biomass, and then syngas will be produced. From syngas, green methanol will be produced. So what is green methanol? When the methanol is produced using renewable biomass sources. Next, about the Banni grasslands. So the location of Banni grasslands is very important, and in Banni grasslands, what all major ethnic groups are living, they are also very important. This was the question of 2017, where the question on Prosopis juliflora was asked. So these type of questions can again be asked in the exam. Next topic is related to report of World Bank, where World Bank has said that people in the drought-prone regions are growing the food products which are consuming a lot of water. That means your food production system is not in alignment with the hydrological realities. So basically, all these things are mentioned in the article. And in article, one important nexus has been mentioned, that is energy, water and agriculture nexus. So basically it is saying if you want good agricultural production, then you need water, and if you want good water supply, then you need energy, because you need pumping for the water. So here the article is saying that you must not focus solely on the energy or on the water or on the agriculture. You must focus on the combined these things. And then article provides some of the solutions that what can be done, like you have to diversify your crop, you have to provide direct benefit transfer instead of power subsidies, you have to use the renewable energy resources, etc., etc. And final article we have about the optic fiber drones. So here Hezbollah has used optic fiber drones for the attacks in Israel. So here if we talk about the basic concept, so if we talk about the conventional drones, so in conventional drones, a drone is communicating with its operator with the use of radio waves. But if we talk about the optic fiber drones, so here a drone is connected to its operator through a physical cable. And if a physical cable is used, then it is very difficult to disrupt this communication, because radio waves can be disrupted by electronic jamming, but this disruption cannot be done in the physical cable. So I think all these were the important topics for today. Okay.